ESPN is calling her the best offensive women's college player since Diana Taurasi, and experts are hyping her up as the next generational talent ready to dominate. Fans? They think she's going to be the most transformative woman in basketball history.
Yeah, she's displaying some skill right now and she moving fast. She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country.
One thing's for sure, when Caitlin Clark's name comes up, no one's shrugging it off. The hype for her jump to the pros is off the charts, even bigger than the wildest predictions. Caitlin isn't just set to be one of the best in WNBA history. She's aiming to be an athlete in the history of women's sports. But what exactly can she achieve with all that talent? And what are her big goals as one of the top prospects in the world? To find out the answers to these questions and more, you've got to stick around till the end. Come on, you can spare 10 minutes for your favorite Caitlin. You know how some players are just naturally gifted? Like, they seem to have talent oozing from their pores or something. Well, Caitlin Clark is one of those players. Her journey to becoming a top prospect in women's basketball is straight up impressive. This girl didn't just wake up one day and decide to be amazing at basketball. No, she grew up playing basketball, softball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, and even golf. Yeah, she's basically a one-woman sports team. This kind of multi-sport background gave her this crazy edge, making her see the game from all sorts of angles and develop skills that make other players look like they're stuck in slow motion. When she was just 5, Caitlin was already playing in boys' leagues. That's right, she wasn't just keeping up with the boys, she was out playing them. At an age when most kids are more concerned with cooties or trying to figure out their favorite superhero, Caitlin's focus was laser sharp. While others might get distracted, Caitlin had her eyes on the prize, honing her skills and showing everyone that she was a force to be reckoned with. This early experience was like a secret weapon, giving her a toughness and resilience that became her trademark on the court. Imagine little Caitlin going head-to-head with boys twice her size and holding her ground. That's the kind of training that forges champions. Now, let's talk about her dad, Brent Clark. This guy was like the ultimate sports dad, but not in a pushy way. He saw Caitlin's potential from the start and went all out to support her dreams. We're talking driving 3.5 hours just so she could watch WNBA games live. And let's not forget Caitlin's wild soccer days. As a freshman, she scored 23 goals in 8 games. That's right, 23 goals. It's like she couldn't decide which sport to dominate, so she just chose all of them. This kind of versatility is a big reason why she's such a beast on the basketball court. The quick thinking from tennis, the reflexes from soccer, the hand-eye coordination from softball, it all blends into this unstoppable force. Moreover, Caitlin Clark's high school career at Dowling Catholic School in Iowa was the stuff of legends. From the get-go, she made a name for herself. As a freshman, she wasn't just a newbie, she was a powerhouse, averaging 15.3 points, 4.7 assists, and 2.3 steals per game. Imagine a freshman going toe-to-toe with much older players and not just surviving, but dominating. That was Caitlin. One unforgettable highlight came during her junior year in a game against Mason City High School. Caitlin dropped an incredible 60 points out of her team's total of 90. That's like channeling her inner Kobe Bryant, famously scored 81 points in a game. Caitlin's performance was a jaw-dropper, setting state records and proving she could single-handedly take over a game. Her senior year, though, was a roller coaster thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic threw a wrench in her plans, leading to the cancellation of the McDonald's All-American Game and the Jordan Brand Classic, prestigious events where she would have shined even brighter. But did this phase Caitlin? Nope. She kept pushing forward, showing everyone that a pandemic couldn't slow her down. During her junior year, Caitlin's talent was on full display. She was named the Gatorade Player of the Year, an award that doesn't just recognize athletic skill, but also academic prowess and character. Averaging 32.6 points per game that year, she broke records left and right. She even set a state record by making 13 three-pointers in a single game. Talk about being on fire. What sets Caitlin apart is her consistency and resilience. Through all the highs and the pandemic-induced lows, she maintained her dominance on the court. Her incredible work ethic and sheer talent made her one of the most anticipated prospects in women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's high school career was more than just about racking up points. It was about smashing records, overcoming challenges, and paving the way for an incredibly bright future. And that was just the beginning. The once small girl with big dreams turned into a basketball powerhouse at the University of Iowa, setting the court on fire and rewriting the record books. In her freshman season, 2020 to 2021, Caitlin Clark didn't just dip her toes in the college basketball waters, she cannonballed right in, leading Division I in scoring with an average of 26.6 points per game. It's like she had a cheat code or something. Her performance was so impressive that she snagged the Big Ten Freshman of the Year title unanimously. Talk about making an entrance. Sophomore year, 2021 to 2022, came around and Caitlin was like, hold my Gatorade. She became the fastest player in Big Ten history to hit 1,000 career points, doing it in just 40 games. That's basically a point explosion. Then she made history with back-to-back 30-point triple-doubles. First, she dropped 31 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. And then, like it was no big deal, followed up with 35 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists. She wasn't just scoring, she was doing everything and making it look easy. Her junior year, 2022 to 2023, was all about taking things up a notch. Caitlin broke multiple Big Ten and NCAA records, including surpassing Pete Maravich's long-standing scoring record. Yeah, that Pete Maravich, the guy who averaged 44 points per game for LSU. His record stood for 54 years until Caitlin came along and smashed it, proving her talent and dedication were off the charts. Then came her senior year, 2023 to 2024, and Caitlin was like a basketball wizard, averaging 31.9 points per game. Her shot selection was insane. She attempted 14 three-pointers per game with a 38% success rate. To put it in perspective, that's better than Stephen Curry during his MVP season. Yeah, she's that good. Caitlin redefined what a good shot is in women's college basketball, making the impossible look routine. Throughout her college career, Caitlin Clark didn't just break records, she set new ones that future players will aspire to beat. Her scoring, playmaking, and leadership on the court have made her a legend in college basketball. Caitlin's journey at Iowa is a testament to her incredible talent, determination, and relentless pursuit of greatness. She's ensured that her legacy will be remembered and celebrated for years to come. And then came the day the WNBA is still thanking its lucky stars for. Caitlin Clark's transition to the professional league came with a mountain of pressure and sky-high expectations. From the moment she steps onto the court, everyone's expecting her to be nothing short of spectacular. It's not just about playing well, it's about living up to the massive hype that's followed her since her days at Iowa. The comparisons to NBA legends like Stephen Curry, oh, they're everywhere. Curry changed the game with his incredible three-point shooting, and now people are saying Caitlin might do the same for the WNBA. No pressure, right? With her knack for draining threes and taking over games, it's no wonder everyone's buzzing about her having a Curry-like impact on the league. Fans and analysts are already on the edge of their seats, waiting to see if she can bring a new level of excitement and skill to the WNBA. But here's the thing, being a once-in-a-generation talent isn't all slam dunks and three-pointers. The psychological pressure is huge. Caitlin's going to be under a microscope, with every move she makes analyzed and critiqued. This kind of intense scrutiny can be super stressful and might even mess with her head if she's not careful. One of the biggest worries was burnout. Yep, that sneaky little monster that can derail even the most promising careers. Caitlin's been grinding hard through high school and college, but the pro level is a whole new beast. The relentless focus on training, performing, and staying in peak condition can lead to exhaustion. And let's be real, nobody wants to see her flame out before she's truly had the chance to shine. So, what's the game plan? Caitlin's going to need a rock-solid support system. Coaches, teammates, family, and mental health pros, they all have a part to play in keeping her balanced and sane. Making sure she's got everything she needs to stay healthy, both mentally and physically, is key to her sticking around and dominating the court for years to come. But things got wilder when Caitlin Clark started shaking up the point guard position and tossing traditional basketball norms out the window. Her play isn't just about racking up points, it's about how she commands the game and influences every move on the court. Caitlin's knack for controlling the tempo, creating opportunities for her teammates, and delivering those jaw-dropping high-scoring performances sets her light years apart from your average point guard. One of the coolest things about Caitlin's game is her shot selection. Traditionally, coaches love high-percentage shots and cringe at the risky ones. But Caitlin, she's all about challenging those old-school beliefs. In her senior year at Iowa, she was tossing up 14 three-pointers a game and nailing 38% of them. That's more than Stephen Curry during his MVP season. This kind of volume and accuracy is unheard of in women's college basketball. Caitlyn's ability to consistently hit these shots is flipping the script on what's considered a good shot in the game. People keep comparing Caitlyn's shooting stats to NBA legends. And for good reason. Her three-point shooting volume and accuracy are like a mirror image of Curry's long-range game. This isn't just a compliment, it's a new standard for women's basketball. Caitlyn's proving that high-risk, high-reward shooting can actually work, making coaches everywhere rethink their playbooks. The impact of Caitlyn's shooting isn't just on the scoreboard. By sinking these tough shots, she forces defenses to stretch out, opening up the floor for her teammates. This changes the whole dynamic of how teams play against her squad. It's not just about points, it's about revolutionizing offensive strategies and pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the court. It's pretty wild to think about how Caitlyn's success is challenging long-held coaching philosophies. Many coaches have always played it safe, sticking to high percentage shots to keep efficiency high. But Caitlyn's making them rethink everything. Her calculated risks and stellar performance are showing that players with her skill level can thrive with a more daring approach. This is pushing coaches to adapt and embrace a new era of basketball where bold playmaking is the name of the game. Do you also love this bold, straightforward lady? Comment below with the best game of hers you've watched so far and let others enjoy it if they missed it. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.